So a lot of people talk about how to lose weight, how they have lost weight, how they feel terrible about the weight, and it goes on and on and on. But I was thinking about, what if we talk through the experience? And that is why today I am here as a twin mom of multiples, privileged by God to carry my twin to full term, my boy girl twin to full term. I want to share with you how I feel about gaining weight postpartum. My story is interesting because I had lost weight in my days before pregnancy, so lost weight a couple of years. It was really good. I was on this routine. It was great, fantastic, just living the life. And then I got pregnant. Yes, I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, it was interesting. Continued doing what I needed to do. But the doctor was working with advised against doing my normal walks or any rigorous exercise apart from walking around the house, because she wanted to just protect a couple of things which I'll be sharing in a in the series. So if you're interested in learning about twin pregnancy, this is the channel for you, and you need to stay tuned. And so she just wanted, not that there was anything wrong, she was just doing, safety first. So she didn't want any, just stay at home. Just stay at home. Don't do your walks, your 10K steps, all those things that I used to do that are now become my lifestyle. And so I stayed at home. And interestingly, I even thought I would explode. Oh, I'm not even doing all that. But like I used to tell people, during my pregnancy, I did not overeat. And this was because it was already a habit. It's not because there was no food or there were no resources to get food. Like, I was a pregnant woman, I could as well use the opportunity. Well, I didn't overeat. Junk wasn't a part of my lifestyle. Even the cakes that I was getting, towards the end of the pregnancy, just because there was one nice cake from one cake store like that. It was just because, not like, oh wow, my life. All those people that, oh, they must take one soft drink every. I already that I left that lifestyle behind, way behind, at least 2 years before getting pregnant with the twins. So I wasn't there at all. And so I went through my pregnancy journey by the grace of God, and I'll be sharing, like I already said, different things that happened across the journey. And people will be like, wow, you're still maintaining your weight. And I'll be like, yes, so yeah, so because I was still like my double the weight I was gaining, I was even surprised. It's so interesting because my twins came out at a very healthy at a very healthy weight. And on the scale, when the scale will increase another, I would think, my body, my arms, all that. No, it was the children's weight, that was adding to that scale, and it was still not over a particular figure. And I kept wondering, with twin pregnancy, it's still not over this figure, this amount of this figure. So, okay, where did I stop? I went to check out my twins. They were crying, but they're good now. All right, so yes, so I was saying that I did not add a lot of weight during pregnancy. For those who knew me or who saw me there, I even put out videos and pictures. My arms were still the way my arms were, and people were like, you're not really adding weight. I'm like, yeah, so it's the babies and all that. Anyways, fast forward, give birth to the twins after carrying them to full term. I would always be grateful for the privilege, because that was the big deal. There was this big myth about, oh, twin pregnancy did not always get to full term. No, by the grace of God, 9 months, 3 weeks. 9 months, 3 weeks, and God just made it happen successful. And it was just the best time for them to come out, because all that was left was for them to keep expanding in weight. In fact, even at the 9 month, 3 weeks, when they came out, or 39 weeks, when they came out, and they put them in the nursery, they were just seeing me when I went there that, people were arguing that, no, It's not, they are not a set of twins. And they are boy, girl, so they could be taken for two different babies from two different mothers. You're like, no, set of twins are no, you know why? Because they were the regular, the way, so they put them in the hospital I use, they put you in nursery to check your vitals, take care of you and all that. And you also are not allowed in there, like they sterilize the place and all that, only the parents. Anyways, so the size of my twins were the same size with every, individual hair with babies of who just like newborn babies. If they were not even bigger, because my auntie saw the video, I will see the picture now. She was saying they are big. I'm like, which big? In my mind, they are not big, but people who have seen babies are not really like, you mean these two children were inside one woman's belly? So people are like, oh, I'm looking for the mother. I want to see the mother that gave birth to these two. They look like two newborn babies from two different women. So it can only be God, but that's how much it stretched my womb. Like it stretched my womb so much. Even when I was doing surgery and all that, the surgeon was just like, wow, like he even passed his own comments because just even tying the place up. Yeah, I know. I know it was just a privilege going through that journey. It was just, it could only be God. So we continue with that and different, go through regulating pressure and regulating blood pressure and just going through the journey, then leaving the hospital and all that. The first few weeks, I definitely was not sleeping well. And these are the things that people do not talk about. When they talk about weight gain, for some reason, people just feel that it's all about food. Is the person eats too much. They're always munching something. That's not the case. Especially if you are a lactating mother, you need to produce breast milk, all that, all that. There are some things that you need to help and you need to keep you going. But also recovering from CS while also not sleeping. Don't forget, I had a set of twins. And even though I had help here and there, I was still not sleeping. I did not have the kind of help that, at least in the first, two months, even when there's a particular, the first nanny came. And the nanny has just come. Am I going to leave the nanny to be feeding my child? And how many times can I do that at night? I try to be awake. My husband really helped, even with the support of my husband. There was a time he was even the one doing the milk because they were both breastfed and formula fed joined together. So just to also help me recover. It's not like, oh, and that's another thing, but I don't want to digress from here. So exclusive would have been really nice, but I was in a lot of pain. I remember there was one of my twins that liked to sleep in my arms, and yes, I would hold that twin and sleep in my hands. It was painful, but I would do it regardless because I knew I wanted to cherish every moment. But it just, to balance things off, for me to be able to sleep, it meant I could not be breastfeeding all the time for the twins. And pumping, and for today, I don't really like that pumping thing. Pumping is nice, and I did it, and I have so many. In fact, the the amount of pumping things I have, so many, so many. Pumping is a really beautiful thing, really, really beautiful thing. It's just, I just prefer direct, direct latching, and that was the best of what I use. And I also use pumping still and all that, but you have to combine that with sleep. Then you have to combine that with healing of feeling pain. So it was very slow to move. My God. When I think about and I'm not even sharing half of what it is that I went through. When I think about everything that I went through in that early phase, it now makes sense that the weight came. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that the weight came afterwards. Now, whether the weight had been hiding or before, while I was pregnant, I was waiting for me to start breastfeeding before it came. I don't know the situation because there are all these people with all this meat. Oh, it's when you breastfeed you gain weight. Isn't, I don't really. That's not. I'm not about that. Like, good to the people who have discovered these things, but I'm not going around with that mindset. All I know is that by the time I gave birth, the weight that I was first, of course, your stomach will still be big because you will still be big. Then also when you do CS, it's also different from the traditional childbirth, and the process, the not sleeping, combining it with other things. I was also having 2 academic degrees. Ah, it was enough. The hormonal imbalance, and you need to read up on it. I'm not going to get into the science of it, but for me, that was a lot of the stuff that that made me gain weight. This whole hormonal, the cortisol, everything that comes together when you learn about the science of it, your body trying to protect you. And so you're going to increase because you're not getting enough sleep. So yeah, that happened. And and then the weight came. And I am on my journey to go into my reinvented self. One of it is losing the weight, but this video is to help you understand how I'm feeling. I remember when I hit the gym. I hit the gym because I want to. You can lose weight without hitting the gym, by the way. I wanted to just for general fitness reasons, not because it's the key to losing weight. You don't need to visit the gym to lose weight. So many YouTube videos will help you. For the first 3 days, I went hard. Go, as in I just went hard. And by the time I went hard, like I was having this serious headache. I used 3 days to go because I resumed the gym towards the end of the week. The first time I went there, I used 3 days to recover. It was in those 3 days that I caught the moment, and that was where I also decided I would do this video. I used those 3 days to just reorientate myself, and that is what I'm also sharing with you. See, I'm now feeling positive, but I didn't used to feel positive. I used to feel like I had to explain. I had to say, it's not like that. Or, hey, and I was slim during pregnancy. Like I had to be doing all that. But the first thing that you need to know is number one, you have to remind yourself why you gained the weight. So the the first thing to do to stop feeling bad, because after that, after I went to the gym and it looked like if I don't take it easy with myself, they will come and carry me. You would think that, oh, you're going to the gym for health, but they may come and carry you from there. It was that, but I was having banging headache because I just went hard. And the going hard was in the bit of, I have to try to lose the weight. I have to try, and it is true. I have to try to lose the weight. One of the things I am learning, because the science and the art behind things is more important than just the activity, is that this weight, I did not gain it because I was eating junk. I did not gain it in one day. And like, this is not, as I'm talking to you now, at the time of recording this, I can say now, I can say I got pregnant 1 year plus. Yeah, it took me 1 year plus to get pregnant. Now, it's not last year. I gave birth last year. So that's not when I got pregnant year before, towards the end of the year. So if it took me like 1 year plus, close to 2 years to get this body, like to grow in weight, why do I want it to take me 3 days? And I just had a Jesus moment in those 3 days. And one of the first things, like I was saying, is number one, remember why you gained weight and do not allow anybody to trip you. That's why I'm feeling positive. Some of the people that are talking to you will never have a set of twins. Nobody say anything. They don't have a set of twins. They will never have a set of twins. So they don't get it. No need to explain. Number two, and when I say will never, it's because some people are older, past childbearing age. So it's not to say you are swearing for anybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying they are not actively giving birth. So it's not like, oh, they are planning to. So the will never is not from a bad place. I hope that, because you need to explain a lot of things in this generation now. So do you get it now? And even some people that are even young, it's not a bad thing to not have a set of twins. Now, it's not like they would never, because maybe they've given birth to their children and they don't want a set of twins, or it's just not in God's plan for them. So what I'm trying to say is they don't understand your context. Number two is genes, history, different things differ. One woman gives birth and tomorrow she's jumping and she's slim. The other one gives birth and it's different. And you can't look at life only from the lens of weight. There are other things. Yes, maybe your own situation is you're the type that blows up after childbirth, but the next woman doesn't. But you may have something else like an advantage that the other person doesn't. So this is how life works. It's not always like a straight line, black or white. You don't always have to compare yourself with the same things, because something you don't have that the other woman has, you may have something that she then would not have. It's just how God has created and wired the world. So for some people, it's even the genes. Say they give birth and they are slim and all that. Fantastic. That's not your story. You don't need to feel bad. Then, like I said, one of the things I remembered is a lot of times I was reflecting, and it was just a privilege. It will always be a privilege for me to be able to carry the set of twins by the grace of God in good health and all that. So understanding that the cost of carrying the twins means an expanded body upgraded my perspective. So looking at it from again, I even hear people say, "Oh my God!" Some people even go as far as saying that they don't like their child or children because it's their children that made them gain the weight. This is bad. Let it never get there because of weight gain. And I want you to zoom in on this perspective, because that's how I started to look at it. But the cost of carrying a twin pregnancy means that my body expanded, whether it was in pregnancy or it is during breastfeeding or anyone. It is what it is. And this is the cost. Even Jesus Christ had a cost that he had to pay for our salvation, and his scars are shown in his hands. So if God is going to give you a blessing, this is the cost that you have to pay. Is it not simple calculation to be able to upgrade your perspective and work with this confidence? To understand that, okay, this is the mark of the sign that I I once delivered a set of twins in this life. If it's a single thing for you, I once delivered a baby. It's a privilege. Many people want to, but they can't. They can't. And you are busy looking at their own bodies. So that was really one of the major things, because I'm a why woman. I'm a woman who is always asking why. And so it was important for me to revisit, okay, why did I gain this weight? Because you need to learn, is there something I did differently? And other. By the time I sat down, I really looked at it. This was the reason. Are there things that could have been done differently and all that? The truth is, the percentage of things that can be done differently compared to the reason for the fat coming is really low. And so I want you to share with me in the comments. This video is a video causing you to think. I want you to think about what I've shared and also think about yours. For you, is it an illness? Is it, there may be something that may be the reason, and what is causing you, what had caused you to explode, and people don't understand. And I want to think about it now. I don't want you to dwell there. The essence of thinking about it is not so that you don't do anything about it. I am moving. I have 3 M's I'm working with. I'm not ready to share yet until I get to my destination that I can share. All right. So I have 3 M's I'm working with that is helping me towards the weight loss journey. But I'm not busy saying, oh, it's my children that caused it, or feeling like, oh, I hate my, like, you don't by the time you start going there. And that's something I also want to say, if you get to that point, you're not going to enjoy the journey. And I hope you know that you can't snap your fingers. Let me tell you for free, I went to the gym for 3 days thinking, nothing. You only go back with a headache. So you have to enjoy the process and not just wait for the destination. Many times what I see on YouTube and social media is many mothers holding their breath and just waiting for the destination. Involve yourself in other things in life. Build something, co-build something, be a part of something. Other things in life, like create, draw, paint, that would draw out the inner beauty that God has created in you beyond just your weight. You've got to, because if not, your life will be all about your weight. Find ways to add value. And this is the way that I keep myself above just looking at my body. Like, I can't be staring at my body from morning till night. I've got people to serve. I've got dreams of people to help make come true. Like, you've got to get over just thinking about yourself. Think about your children. What kind of future do you want to build for them? Can't just sit down and be thinking about wait from morning to night. Do what you can. Some days you go. Some other days you rest. Take it as a process, not a hurried, like a marathon, like they say. I think not a sprint, not something you are rushing towards. And remind yourself that you didn't get there in one day, 1 week, or even 3 months. So be patient. Be patient. So rise above just being obsessed with just the weights and get into a space where you're doing something about it. Let me tell you, when you're doing something about it and your mind continues to bring up, you shut your mind off with what you're doing about it. I think the problem is when people do not even know where to start. And that's what I'll use to close out this video. To answer the question, I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling better. So many things have been said, so many insensitive ways that people have spoken about the weight gain. And it's quite interesting because even if when people know that it was apparently, and I'm speaking specifically to postpartum induced weight now, they will still be talking. They know you before the childbirth. Oh, it's not that they don't know you. They will still be. So people are people, and you can't allow that be the center stage of your life. So I would say this video is to help you understand the why and have a fulfilling life on the journey to where you are headed. So it is you enjoying where you are on the way to where you are going to. I don't want you to pause your life, hold your breath, be unhappy because you are trying to lose weight. I want you to live your life while you are trying to lose weight. Remember, enjoy moments, create moments, and remember them. It's not that the only thing you remember in the year is the weight you are trying to lose. You can't even remember what you did, how you laughed, things like that. No, moments should also be created. And when moments are being missed because you're holding your breath because you want to miss, because you just want to lose that weight, then you are not living life. And let me tell you something, if you don't practice these things I've just shared, and even finding a strong why and being positive, understanding that, hey, and maybe yours was not just childbirth, maybe you ate junk, and it's fine. Acknowledge the mistake and move forward. The point is, if you are just all about, I need to get there, by the time you get there, you will find a new thing that you need to do. And before you know, you realize you're no longer living life. You are now on a goal lane. All you do is live for goals. You don't enjoy life. You don't have a life. You don't love life. You don't like life. And you do not want to do that to yourself because you also need to be a genuinely, authentically happy mom. You can't be using half of your children's life to be running after destinations without enjoying the journey. So let me know what questions you have. There are other videos I'm going to share about my twin pregnancy journey. So there's a playlist. I will share that. And if you're interested on learning, you're a twin mom who is pregnant and all that, let me know. Like I said, if you have questions, you want me to create a video regarding this, I will share this. But I am on my journey. I am loving it. I understand that this weight is a healthy thing that my body did for me. I've done a lot of personal research to understand this, and this makes me happy and glad and positive. Let's just say positive. This makes me positive and in a state of joy. I think that is more appropriate to explain where I am at. And so if you need to do more research to understand your own body, you will need to actually to just understand how you got here to help. It would help if it could help to give you some peace. Please do it. Please do it. It all starts from understanding. Okay. just us from understanding. I'm saying now I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm a mom to twin stars. I thank you for watching this, and I just hope that it has helped you see your journey from a different perspective. I watched a particular video when the way the lady was bastardizing her, and she's not even what I consider fat, but yeah, the way she was like almost like, man, I was like, take it easy now. You brought a child to this world. Person did not give birth to a set of twins, but like, brought a child to this world. It's not. We're not saying you should be complacent, but acknowledge that that's where the weight is coming from. She's looking like the weight was birthed out of sin. Like, please, let's change that mindset. Yeah, it will really help us get into the journey in a wholesome state. Make sure you get moving. Make sure you're doing at least one thing to lose the weight, and we'll see you soon.